Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes,
What's
how
your
are
name?
you? My
Good.
name's Imani.
Imani? Okay, Imani, how old are you?
I'm 25. How old are you?
25. I'm 34.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
And so, Imani, you said you're a single mom, right?
Yes, I work as a caregiver and
Caregiver.
I go to school right now for paralegal studies.
Okay, caregiver and paralegal. So you want to be a paralegal.
I actually want to be a lawyer, open my own law firm, my private practice.
Okay, you're 25. Why are you just now doing that in 25? Most people go straight into that after high school. What happened?
I got pregnant in high school, that's why.
Ooh, okay. How old's your kiddo?
My kids are 6 and 7.
Six. Oh, so you have two kids.
Yeah, I do.
Where's the baby daddy?
Um, it wasn't a nice relationship, so I left and got my own apartment in LA, and I haven't seen him since then.
Is it one man or two men?
One,
One man. Okay.
okay? We're a
Well,
little
that's
bit demure around here. We got a little
a
bit
little bit.
demure.
But you didn't marry before you carried his child?
No, because I was 17. My mom, I was in foster care, and then I got out. My mom,
Hmm.
she was on drugs and stuff.
Hmm.
So
At
it's
17,
just,
I went through sex ed at about 12 years old. Did you go through sex ed by that time? Did you understand how a baby was
yeah,
made?
but I feel like when I didn't live at home, I had to move in with him. So I feel like that's why
Hmm.
I had kids at
I,
an
under,
early age.
I understand moving in, but did you have to bear his child? Was that a necessity?
No, no, it wasn't a necessity.
How old
But
was he? Don't know
he was
buts.
2 years
How
older than
old?
me. He was
Okay.
19.
So he was 19. Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you moved in with a guy, lived with him for a little bit. How long are you guys together?
We were together for 5 years.
5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want in the next man? What do you want in your next relationship?
Uh, I don't. I want someone who's caring and open-minded. I feel like in society, just like how you said earlier, like you can't do better than your baby daddy. I'm a very spiritual person, so I don't feel like because of my past mistakes, or I don't feel like my children are mistakes either. I feel like they were meant to be here. I'm meant to be where I'm at in life, but I don't feel as though like people, like how you said earlier, like we're just in a box. Like I feel like we work 2 times harder than everybody else because we have to, not because you know what I'm saying. It's not nobody's fault. I'm just saying I feel like we just get the short end of the stick
Mhm.
when we actually handle our business that we have to do in society.
Do
When
you
they don't do,
think, no, good point, good point. Do you think that your two children are an asset or a liability to the next man?
I that's another thing I would like to touch on. I feel like you won't even be seeing gang in them. Why do you think that you're gonna be interacting with them or things of that sort? If it grows there, like we fall in love, I feel like okay, then that could be a discussion. But if we're just dating and hanging out with boyfriend and girlfriend, they don't. You're not their father, so you shouldn't have any liability towards them
Do
unless
you,
marriage is on the table and we're talking about being together long
mhm.
term. Then I feel like that should be a discussion that we have. But if we're just dating, I don't feel like
do
they're
you
a liability.
think, do you think an emotionally mature man would think about the future when dating you, or would he just think about the
Yes,
now?
I feel like
Okay,
yes,
so
yes,
emotionally mature man would already be thinking about marriage, right? Or making you
yes.
his
And I'm
wife.
not saying that someone who has kids is for everyone. No, I'm not saying that. But I don't like how people try to take away from our work just because we have children. That's
Hmm.
not cool.
Well, I mean, it does at the end of the day, sadly.
It
Does it? Is it
that's
a
your
do?
opinion. That's everybody else's opinion. I don't feel like that does at all.
I feel like we have a
Everyone
lot
has
of
a
men
purpose
here.
on this earth, and
Hmm.
I don't feel like because I brought life into this world that it makes me less than a person. Sorry, I feel like if I don't take care of them, I'm doing drugs, I'm acting a fool. I feel
Hmm.
like that would take away from your worth, but
Hmm.
they were supposed
Well,
to be here.
let's go back to the question. Do you think your kids are a liability or an asset to a man that you may marry one day?
It depends on if he feels as that, then he's not the man for me and my
Hmm.
children. It just takes a certain type of person. I feel like an alpha man
Oh,
that
so
will want to do
only
that.
alpha men want to date single moms,
I kind of feel like people are
or would an
feel like they'll be
alpha man
judged,
know his
like by
worth
their
and say,
friends, like you messing
no,
with her, she got
no?
kids, like stuff like that.
Let me ask you this: would an alpha man say, you know what, I want a single mom with two
No,
kids,
I'm not saying
or
that.
no,
I'm not
listen, no,
saying that
listen,
we're
or
first pick. I'm
would
not
an
saying that.
alpha man say, you know what, I know my worth, therefore I'm not going to get with a woman who's had kids. I'm going to get with a woman that can have my children and have my
Someone
legacy.
who already has kids would have his kids too.
I know, but
It's
your
all
kids aren't
depending on the
his
person.
legacy. Would you agree with your kids aren't his legacy?
If that they could be. That's
They're
what
not his
blended
children
families are.
biologically.
Blended families. People don't say that to people that got married and got divorced and got remarried and have more kids. They don't ever say that about
Mhm.
them.
Blended families. This is a new term. Nuclear families is what it's all about. People that are actually related to each other. Blended families are. It's typically it's very tough. And do you know what the highest the highest predictor of child abuse is when it comes to married couples? A step
No.
parent. A step parent. Did you know that?
I watch a lot of like ID shows. I do see that a
Mm-hmm.
lot.
You do see that a
Yeah.
lot. So what
Yeah.
are you doing right now to, I mean, you're a caregiver, you have 2 kids, 6 and 7, you're 25 years old, you're going to school. What are you doing right now to procure a man? I mean, you have until about 27, I think, to find a man that you could get for your youth at least. I mean, after you get a little bit older, at 30 years old, you're about 50% off. 35, it's a clearance rack. 40, you're at the outlets. And at 50 plus, you're at the
That's why
Salvation
it's
Army.
so hard for people to fall in love today, because everybody put time restraints on things and like things like that. That's not
Well, let
cool.
me ask you this. Do you think men value your youth, your fertility, and your fitness?
Um, yeah, I feel like both parties value that, women and
Okay,
men as
so
well.
the time clock is ticking for you, but it's not for men.
I never said that. Why you putting words in my mouth, my guy? I
Well,
never said that. All
well,
I said, I
you
said
just
both
said that your
sides.
youth, fertility, and age matters. It doesn't matter for men.
It
You'll date
does
an older
matter.
man because he'll have money. Do you want a man with
I would
money?
never do that. I have morals. No, I'm not just gonna get with a man because he has money and he's old. It's genuine. Any connection that I have in my life, I would prefer it to be genuine and not because of what somebody has to offer. I feel like that's another thing in society too. People only get into relationships because it's beneficial to them.
I mean, that makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Why would you
No,
get
it
into
doesn't.
why would you get into a relationship that's detrimental to you?
Not detrimental when it's genuine on both sides. You guys both are pouring into each other equally, not just seeing what you can get from one
So
another.
he needs to come and bring 2 kids in as well? Is that
Huh?
equal? He needs to bring 2 kids as well? Is that equal?
No,
Oh,
no, he don't.
then what's equal then?
What's
Let me ask you
equal is
this. How
whatever
much
that
does
we have.
the man
Huh?
that you want to marry, how much does he need to make annually?
I'm not going to put a price limit on what he needs to make.
So why don't you marry a McDonald's worker? There's a lot of guys that work at McDonald's. Would
I
you
mean,
marry a man
if I
that
fall in
works at
love with a
McDonald's?
McDonald's worker, then if that's will be my soulmate, then sure. But I'm not going to put somebody in a box like, oh, they have to do this and do that. I don't feel that way.
So you don't care how much a man makes.
Not
You
necessarily.
have 2 kids in you. Do you want to have to work to pay the bills as you get older? Do you want to have to work to support the
Right.
family financially? You will.
No.
Okay, so you don't want to work, but you don't care if a man makes
No, I
money.
am going to work. Like
Okay.
I said, I want to practice law. I have my own law firm. So whoever I'm with, it would just be an add-on. We'd be working together. Not him. I'm not solely looking to marry or be with a man because he has to take care of me.
I
That's the
didn't
thing.
say that was the sole reason. I asked, do you want a man to be able to make money? Do you want a man? How much do
Yes,
you
of
want?
course. Everybody wants their partner to be fully efficient, able to take care of themselves or
Let's
take
just
care
take
of
it
him if
back.
they're in a
Let's just take it
relationship.
back. Do you want to be married?
Yeah, I do want to be married eventually.
Okay.
That is a goal for me.
You're 25 years old. You have 2 kids.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much the man you want to marry should make. Don't you think
Why
these are
would
things
I
you should
say
think
this is
about?
how much I want my husband to make? That doesn't make any sense
It
to
makes a
me.
lot of sense. That's
That's
what
just how
adults
I
think.
think, because I'm not
Well,
thinking about
of course
whatever
you're not
my
thinking
future
about it.
holds.
This is what adults think. Adults think
I
about
am an
what
adult.
other.
I've been an adult. I've been an
If you
adult.
were to say your emotional maturity, what your friends would tell you, how old do you think you are emotionally? What age is
Emotionally,
your emotional maturity?
I think I'm very emotionally mature. Maybe my same
Okay,
age.
so
Everybody
25.
different demographics of everybody's raised upbringing is different. You probably
Mm-hmm.
had a nice upbringing with a nice mom, a nice 2-parent household. You probably
I was
never was
raised.
abused.
I was raised in poverty-stricken single mother.
Okay, so
So please don't speak on my past unless you want to ask questions and
no, I
learn.
said probably.
So
I never
let me
think it's
ask you
like
this.
that. That's why people can't find genuine connection, because we're worried about how much money somebody makes, how many subscribers, how many likes they get on
I don't think
social
that's the case.
media.
Do you think adults think about what their partner should have bringing to a relationship, whether what they do, how much they make, what they can provide to the
Yes,
relationship?
and I say some of the thoughts or how they feel is kind of shallow. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it could be shallow, but it's a reality, yes?
It's the reality, yeah.
How much do you think a man's going to have to make to support you and 2 children, a family of 4 in LA?
Probably gonna have to make like more than 200K a year, I
Okay.
guess.
200. So we finally reached the number 200,000 a year. How much of the financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
I can't say what, because I don't know how the dynamic would be. I just know that.
No, let's just throw away the dynamic. You're trying to intertwine everything. I'm asking you a very direct question. How much
Okay,
of the
girl.
financial
Okay.
load? How much of the financial load do you want to have to be responsible
However it
for a
needs to be for
lifetime?
our relationship to work. However, how much I need for the
Okay,
relationship to work.
well,
I
he
feel like
wants you
you
to
have
pay
to.
100%. So you're going to make
It's not going to
$200,000 a
be
year.
100. If it has to be during our relationship, like a short period of time, yeah, but not the whole duration of the relationship. It's just all on me. No, absolutely not.
What percentage do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
Probably like
These are
35 to 40%.
okay. So if you
Being
lose your
realistically,
job, if
we
you,
don't know the future,
I know, but
but being realistic,
realistically,
yeah.
if you lose your job, you're in financial straits. Could you live your lifestyle right now with only 35% of your income?
No, definitely not. Not in LA.
Okay, so right now you're responsible for 100%. Then you want to be
Right.
responsible for 35%. So a man's going to have to come in with that 65%. So he's going to have to make $150,000 a year ish. What type of men do you think make that kind of money? What careers? What jobs?
Probably like lawyers, people that make content. It's all type of ways to make that,
Mm-hmm.
depending on which way you go in life.
So lawyers and content creators. Anything else?
Lawyers, yeah, people practicing medicines. Different. There's lots of careers like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a career that you had to go to college for a while.
So I want, okay, so yeah, it takes you a while to get that degree. I want you to imagine yourself as a man that makes $150,000 a year. He's a lawyer. What is he going to be looking for in a woman?
You keep trying to bring it back to this conversation, trying to say that I'm less, that I'm not deserving of somebody to take
No,
care
no,
of
I'm
me,
just
get married
asking
and
you.
shit
You're
like that. That's
insinuating.
your opinion, my guy. That's
You're
your opinion, or
no,
whoever else's opinion it is.
you're
But when it
projecting
happened, though,
now.
I
You're
want to send you
projecting.
my little invitation, okay? I want you
No,
right
no,
in front and center, okay?
no.
Because y'all be trying to play us, and I don't like that. I don't.
It
Definitely not. I'm
doesn't
going to
get.
send you a card to my law firm, too, when I open my practice.
Please do. I would love
I
for you to answer
shall.
the question though. What is a man that
What's the
makes
question?
$150,000 a year? What is a man that makes $150,000 a year? What is he looking for in a woman?
I think most men like a submissive woman, someone
Mm-hmm.
that they can take care of. Lots of
Mm-hmm.
men, yeah, men
Do
with
you?
money, they like to take care of women. I've seen
Right.
there's lots of men. We're on social
Mm-hmm.
media in society.
Do you?
We see women all the time that have
Okay.
children.
Okay.
There's other men taking
We're
care of
talking
them.
about. Let me stop you there. We're talking about you. It seems like you're really fixated on everyone else. Let's just talk
No,
about
I'm
me
not
and you.
fixated on
Let's
everyone
just
else.
let's just talk
Okay,
about you.
talking about me.
What is that man looking for in a woman like you? Is he looking for a woman who's 25 and has two kids, or is he
I don't
looking for a
know.
woman that can maybe get on his page and have no children? What do you think?
Preferably, they're going to say people with no children.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
maybe a man that makes $150,000 a year isn't in your cards. So maybe you should look for a man who
maybe
does
that's your
50-50.
opinion.
You just said yourself he would probably want a woman with no kids. That's what you said. I didn't say that.
Yeah, realistically, of course I want to be realistic. Doesn't mean that that's not going to happen for me, or I'm not going to be the one that's making 150 more K a year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like
How much?
I said, I'm touching bases on. I'm speaking for the community of people that are single mothers. They have kids and they're trying to better their life. We get on social media and we see constantly these things that people trying to play it for less than that we're not deserving of love, we're not deserving of having a family. You've already
Let
buried
me
yourself
ask you
with other
this:
men. You've
if
already done this. You already done that. And it's just like there's lots of people in this world that makes mistakes, and
right.
mostly the fingers never pointing at the men that's causing these broken homes, that's not taking care of their children. It's always just womp womp womp. What we are not doing, what we should have done different, and things of that
Mm-hmm.
sort.
What's wrong with taking accountability? Is that a bad thing?
I've taken accountability, just like how I can freely answer the question when you said, "What would a man prefer?" Of course, I hear that all the time. That's why I'm advocating for people who are doing better with their life, because I understand there is women that's not on shit, not
Mm-hmm.
doing what they should be doing, not worth nothing, but there is people in this world that do have worth, and people should start taking into account people's feelings and how what they say can affect other people's feelings, or just I just feel like in society we gotta stop deeming people unworthy over certain things. That's just unfair for people.
Have you ever heard of the book The Scarlet Letter? You ever heard of that?
I'm not sure.
Scarlet Letter is back in the day. This is a long time ago, where women that had committed adultery or had kids outside of wedlock, they would wear a scarlet letter to let other people know. Do you think it's a bad thing that society as a whole demonizes certain behaviors and promotes certain behaviors?
I'm
Like
not.
we
I'm not
demonize
saying
murder,
don't
right?
demonize us. I'm saying demonize both parties though. It's just us being
Well,
demonized.
why would
That's what I'm saying.
I mean? True. I mean, men
That's
creating
all I'm
broken homes
saying.
is
That's
another
all I'm
thing.
saying.
I
Because you
agree.
even said earlier, you're like, okay, it's not. It doesn't really look bad on him, but it looks way worse on you. And I'm like, how it look worse on me? I'm doing what I need to do to progress my life. The motherfucker not doing nothing with
Well,
his, or
it
a lot of
has
them just abandon their children.
it,
So how?
it's worse on you because you're the one that gets pregnant.
Yeah, but how's it work? I'll see it worse on us because it's our liability. We're the ones taking care of them all the time. But how are we the worst person? We're the one demonized and deemed wrong when they're the one that left and don't take care. So they should be the one in the wrong.
Well, I
Oh,
know,
and
but
it's okay to demonize us both.
but
Okay, we had children out of
let me
wedlock. We
ask you,
did this and that.
let me ask you this. Women control access to sex and men control access to relationships. Do you agree?
To a certain extent, yes.
Okay, so if a man wants to have sex with you, he just can.
Definitely not.
Okay, so you control access to sex.
Right.
So if that's the
But
case,
I'm saying some things can transpire after
why didn't
relationship has started.
but why didn't you force him to be in a relationship with you or marry you first before
We were
having
together
children?
2 years before I got pregnant. We were together 3 years after.
Why
That's why
didn't
I'm saying I
he?
wanted to better my life and become something in life. So I didn't want to be constrained to somebody who's not doing better.
Then why would you have his child?
Because people come from broken homes. I was not living with my mother. She kicked me out. She was on drugs. So I moved in with my boyfriend at the time. I had nowhere else to go. So
Let me
that's
ask you this.
how teen
Let me ask you
pregnancy
this.
comes into play.
This is a quote I have. Your past can either be a crutch or a springboard, but it's up to you
It's
to
a
what you do with
springboard
it.
for me.
It seems like you're using it as a crutch. You're
How?
always like, well,
I'm
I was
I'm
abandoned. I was in
explaining you
foster care,
the
and this, and
background
I
because
understand.
I'm explaining the background of how things transpired and why I am a single
So
parent.
you're using your past as a crutch, not a
No,
springboard.
I'm giving you a background.
Okay. Do you
Just
think
like how
you're?
they go into the courtroom and they present the evidence, they also give a background. They bring in character witnesses. They bring all these people to paint a picture or a story of a person.
I mean, it makes total sense. Do you feel like you're really agreeable?
What do you mean?
Like, do you feel like you're an agreeable person?
No, I don't feel like everyone agrees with what I say or
Okay.
everyone
Do you
agrees with what I
do you
have to say. But
do
I
you think
just feel like I have how I feel. I'm gonna always say how I feel. I'm
well,
always
it's a
have my
lot of
opinion.
what I've noticed with you is it's a lot of feelings and it's not a lot of I thinks. Do you think men really want like unagreeable women, disagreeable women?
Like that's someone that's gonna always disagree with them.
Yeah, like
Oh
if you
no,
were looking for another
absolutely
man,
not.
okay.
No, but
So
I
you're
feel like if you're looking
disagreeable.
for a partner, you guys should be able to communicate and agree to disagree.
I mean, I guess so, but when it comes to certain things, it's like it feels like we're just arguing. Do you feel like you're very submissive?
When I'm in a relationship, yes.
Okay, so men have to earn your submissiveness.
No, they don't have to earn
Well,
my
you just said,
submissiveness.
well,
I
you
feel
said when
like
you're in a
why
relationship.
should
So what does
but
that mean?
so you should submit to someone you're dating?
That's what you're saying. You said when I'm in a relationship, I'm submissive. Are you not submissive when you're not in a relationship?
Huh?
Do you see
Sorry,
how
I was reading the comments. I'm
I
reading the
know?
comments. Sorry
I know.
about
Pay
that.
attention to me, not your comments.
Okay.
So you're only submissive when you're in a relationship.
Um, to a certain extent, yeah.
Okay. So that means if you're not submissive, that means you're more assertive and dominant and masculine when you're not dating a man. Do you think a man that's trying to
No,
court you wants
I
to
don't
deal with?
feel like that. I just feel like I'm more just like
Oh, I
closed
know.
off.
There's a lot of things you're feeling. Do you think a man wants to have to earn your submissiveness? You think he wants to have to earn that?
No,
Okay. Well, then
I don't.
and just like you shouldn't have to earn a man's masculinity. Would you agree?
Right? No, no, you don't.
Yeah. So
You
you don't
should
want
not.
to. You don't like if he's wearing dresses and he's like, well, I'll be masculine for the right girl. You'd be like, get out of here. And it's just the same thing with that.
No,
Men
I
don't want to
meant
have to
like, of
earn your
course you're gonna be
femininity.
feminine. I'm a girl, so of course I'm feminine. I'm just saying it's a certain level of submissiveness. I feel like you leave for the person that you're in a relationship with,
Do you think
or maybe we just
submissiveness
have
is
two
something you
different.
can? Do you think submissiveness is something you can turn on and off?
No,
Okay, so you're either a submissive woman or not a submissive woman. So you're not a submissive woman.
I am. Yeah, I feel as though.
Well, you said a man has to earn it.
I just I know. Explained. I said I feel like, of course, I'm a woman, so I'm feminine. I'm not masculine to men or assertive or dominant. What I said was I feel like you save a little bit of your submissiveness for your partner, just a level that you share and save for them.
Do you think all women are feminine?
No, I,
Okay.
I feel like nowadays women and men are against each other. I feel like a lot of women have became more masculine and men have became more feminine due to broken homes,
I mean,
due to us not having a two-parent household. So it kind of just messes with people.
it
And
makes sense. It makes sense. So what kind of man do you want one day? What does he like?
someone cause I'm a very spiritual person. I meditate. I read a lot on spirituality. So someone who's spiritual and just understands life. I feel like sometimes I can irritate people because I just understand life in a certain light, and it may make people upset. But just someone who's hardworking and who wants things outside of their relationship. I feel like a lot of people get caught up in relationships nowadays. Someone who can just be happy and whole by themselves and who's made their success by themselves.
I mean, if they're happy and whole by themselves, why would they need you? But here's I have some other questions. Do you want a man that's taller than you?
I don't have. I'm not picky with things like that.
How tall are you?
5'7".
Okay, so you'd be okay dating a man that's 5'7"?
Yeah.
Okay, and then how much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
Like 153.
Okay, you're on the higher end. So
No,
but
I'm
you weigh. I mean, at 5'7", 121 to 158 is the range. So you probably weigh around what a man weighs at your same height. So 5'7". Do you want a man that makes more money than you?
I'm not really like keen on that. That doesn't matter with
Okay.
money.
Do you want
as
a man?
long as he can support himself.
Do you want a man that's stronger than you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a man that's strong?
Who wants to be stronger than their man?
I'm just asking. Do you want a man that is more intelligent than you? Do you want him to be smarter than you?
Yes, I want someone I can learn from. Yeah.
Okay. So you want a guy you don't care if he's taller, you don't really care how much he makes, but you want him stronger, you want him more intelligent. Do you want him to be more successful than you in his career?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So usually success in a
But
career
I feel
means
like
money.
I'm not looking particularly like right now. I would rather like finish law school and be established with myself and also have something to bring to the table before having like making demands or
Do you think men care about your degree?
No, but I think they do care about the time that you spend to become a better person and be successful and,
We don't care about that.
Like that. Huh?
Men don't care about that. Who told you that?
Nobody. You asked me a question, I answered it.
Oh, okay. So nobody's told you that?
No.
Yeah, men don't care about your career. Men don't care about your success. Men don't care about how much money you make. We care about fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, and no kids. That's what we care about. So of those things, are you fit? Do you go to the gym?
When I have time, yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you're really feminine?
I feel like I can work on being more feminine, definitely.
Okay. And
hey, listen.
I'll applaud that answer.
I'm not a person that just goes around thinking they have it all or no, of course, I probably should. But at the end of the day, that's things that I have to work on as well. So I'm not saying that that's,
Do you feel like you're really friendly?
No, I don't. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I would agree. Fit, feminine, friendly. What about cooperative? Are you very cooperative?
I feel like what I need to be. I feel like if you're cooperative with me, I'll be cooperative with you.
Okay. And then the last one, fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. Do you think you're submissive?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Stop the cap. And then no children would be the last.
Did somebody just say stop the cap in the back?
What?
Did somebody just say stop the cap in the back?
I don't even know what that was.
Oh, really?
I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what that was. So,
nice.
And see, it's funny to me that modern women think that they don't care about how much money a man makes, but then at the end of the day, you're single, you don't have a man. So there's a lot of men that make 45, 50K a year. Why not just go pluck those guys out? Why not just go? There's a lot of eligible guys right now. Why don't you just go date one? What's the problem? What are you waiting for?
To finish my law degree, to, build my life. I feel like sometimes you're not just in a space of dating.
Let me ask you this. Does a man that wants to get with a woman, does he want to build a life together? Or does he want to say, I'm looking for a woman to build her life and then find me?
I feel like he probably wants you to build together. But like I said, I'm not an average woman. I am a single parent. I have 2 kids. So I feel like you do have to establish yourself a certain way if you want to attract a certain type of person. Definitely.
Okay, that's fair. And then what would you rate yourself 1 out of 10, fresh faced out of the shower, and you can't use 7?
I'm a 10 in my book. I'm sorry.
What is that?
I have high self-esteem. I feel like I'm a 10.
Oh, you're a 10.
Yeah. You don't have to think I'm a 10. The people
you're up there with.
Think I'm a 10. I didn't come on here to.
So you're up there with Beyonce, Kelly Rowland.
People. I came on here to have a conversation and discuss how I felt about certain things and just gave my take on things. I don't have no hard feelings. I'm not.
No, I'm just questioning. So you think you're up there with Beyonce and Kelly Rowland and
I don't compare
Rihanna.
myself to other women. I'm a goddess. I don't compare myself. I'm not in competition with other people. I only see myself.
Does that sound realistic or delusional?
That's not delusional at all. That's when you pour into yourself. That's all you need to be doing, not comparing yourself. Why do I sit up here and compare? I feel like that's what people do on social media. Y'all compare yourself to people.
I feel like that's actually what you do.
I don't compare myself to nobody. That's why you just asked me.
Well,
and what
you
did I
talk a lot about
say?
what everybody else is doing on social media, though. So you think you're
because I'm saying this is part of the conversation, though.
So realistically, you think you're up there with Beyonce, Kelly Rowland,
I
and Rihanna,
don't
because those women are 8, 9,
realistically
and
think
10.
anything. I realistically think that I'm Imani, and I view myself how I view myself. I don't compare myself to other women.
The stories write themselves, Jeff. The story. You think you're a 10.
I personally myself, yes, I do.
25 years old, 2 kids, caregiver, going to
Yes, that's the thing,
college.
you guys. That's my whole point of getting on here. That
Who?
you
Wait a
guys
minute. Let me
try
ask you
to
this.
attach somebody's worth to the amount of children that they have or things that I've been through. That's your opinion. You can feel that way. You
No,
can laugh and try
that
to be
that
funny
stuff's
all you
that stuff
want.
actually matters. Who dictates your rating on a 1 to 10? Is it men or is it yourself?
Huh?
Who dictates your rating 1 to 10? Is it you or
I
is it
dictate my
men?
rating. Like I said, people can think that I'm a 4, I'm a 5, I'm a 3. That's their opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, sir.
Do you ever think
I
other
think
people's opinions might be
I don't
correct?
care about what people say or feel about me. I know what I feel about myself. That's what matters.
And where's that gotten you?
It's gotten me pretty far in my spiritual journey. How would you go anywhere in life if you're constantly thinking about what other people think of you? I feel like that's the weakest thing you can do in life.
I don't know. I feel like if Whitney Houston listened to everybody calling her a crackhead, she might not have overdosed.
She did though. She sat in interviews
Because she
and
said,
told
I'm
the
not a crackhead.
bachelor.
I don't smoke
But
crack. I don't smoke
she
crack.
lied about it though. She lied and said that she wasn't doing it, things like that. I'm not lying about it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Everybody's not going to think that I'm beautiful. I think that I'm beautiful. That's what's important.
Well, no, it's not. What do you think a man would
Yes,
rate
it
you
is
1 out of 10?
important. It is important. Your self-esteem is important. And I feel like on here, it's just
What do
like a
you think
lot
a
of
man would
misogynistic
rate you?
things. Huh?
What do you think a man
Whatever
would
his
rate you 1 out of 10?
whatever his type is, sweetheart. I'm not everybody's type, like I just said. I think that you're trying to like tear down my self-esteem in a bit in the comments.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
not.
not trying to
You
tear it
can't do
down. I'm
that,
really not.
baby.
I'm
You
really
can't do
not.
that. You can't do that.
Delusional
You're
modern
definitely
women.
trying to
There's
be
nothing
funny
we
right
can do.
now, and
There's
definitely
nothing
trying
we
to
can
throw
do.
shade. That's fine. I just came over here to speak my piece and how I felt about certain things. That's fine.
Hey, and you know what? You did your thing. I wish I could help more. I really do.
Oh, you helped enough. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye.
The stories write themselves. Oh my god. That was good. That was good. I appreciate that, young lady. Lord have mercy.